If you're tired of not being taken seriously, if you're done being the guy everyone talks over, walks on, or forgets the second you leave the room, then pay attention. This isn't a motivation video. This is a wake-up call. You want respect? Real respect. The kind that doesn't depend on money, looks, or clout? Then you need rules, not suggestions, not cute advice. Rules, a code, something unbreakable. Because if you don't live by rules, you'll be ruled by everything. By your impulses, by other people, by society's noise. These are the 10 rules every man must live by if he wants respect. And if you're not living by them yet, you better start, not tomorrow. Now, rule number 1, respect starts with you. Don't expect the world to value you if you treat yourself like trash. You sleep in every day, you eat garbage, you lie to yourself, you break promises you make to your own reflection. That's not self-love, that's self-betrayal. And people feel that, they smell it. If you can't control your own habits, your words mean nothing. Your energy becomes weak. Your presence becomes forgettable. Fix your room, fix your body, fix your word. You want to be taken seriously? Act like a man who takes himself seriously. Respect begins when you look in the mirror and don't flinch. Rule number 2, stop explaining yourself to people who don't care. Weak men over-explain, they seek permission, they justify every move. You don't owe anyone a slideshow presentation for your goals. You don't need to convince doubters. Let them laugh, let them roll their eyes. While they talk, you move. While they post, you build. The loudest guy in the room is usually the weakest. Make your presence speak so loud, your words are just an echo. If they don't get it now, they will when they're still where they are and you've leveled up tenfold. Rule number 3, never beg for attention. From women, from friends, from the world. If you have to chase their eyes, their time, their validation, you've already lost. Real men attract attention by what they build, not by what they beg for. You want her to notice you? Become a man she can't ignore. Not by chasing, by rising. Work on your body, your discipline, your money, your silence. Make your presence a mystery and your standards a fortress. The second you start acting like you need her to feel valuable, she loses all respect, and so should you. Rule number 4, keep your word even when it costs you. You said you'd hit the gym, and you're tired? You said you'd start that project, and no one's watching. Do it anyway. A man's word is everything. If your words are negotiable, so is your identity. Discipline isn't motivation, it's memory. The memory of the man you said you'd be. If you keep breaking your own promises, why should anyone else believe you? Your entire reputation can collapse if people learn that you're inconsistent. Build a reputation that says, when I say it, it gets done. Not because it's easy, but because you said it would. Rule number 5, don't speak more than you act. The internet made it cool to talk. Everyone's a thinker, a philosopher, a future millionaire, but while you post, someone else is building. While you rant, someone else is getting quiet and locking in. Real power is silent. Real plans are built in silence. You don't need to announce your goals. Just show up in 6 months and make them ask how you did it. Become the guy who disappears, and when he shows up again, he's unrecognizable. People respect action. No one respects talkers who never finish anything. The more you talk, the more you leak power. Rule number 6, learn to walk away from women who disrespect you, from jobs that drain you, from habits that keep you small. Weak men stay where they're tolerated. Strong men move where they're celebrated. Or they build their own space. You can't be respected if you don't respect your own standards. The moment you settle, you signal to the world that you'll accept less. And that's exactly what you'll get. Set your boundaries and enforce them. Cut off anyone who crosses the line. The world tests you. If you fold once, you'll fold forever. So don't fold. Stand up, even if you stand alone. Rule number 7, make pain your fuel. Every man suffers, but not every man uses it. You were rejected? Good. Use it. You were broke? Let that hunger burn into something bigger. You were betrayed? Let it remind you to level up. Pain isn't the end. It's a signal. Weak men numb it. Strong men weaponize it. You want respect? Show the world what you do with your scars. Show the world that you didn't fold, you forged. Every low point in your life can be turned into a lesson or a curse. Choose the lesson. Let the fire inside you cook something instead of burning you down. Rule number 9, become useful. Respect isn't given to those who demand it. It's given to those who create value. Can you lead? Can you build? Can you protect, solve, teach, inspire? Or are you just another guy with opinions and excuses? The world doesn't owe you respect. You earn it by being valuable. Build skills. Build discipline. Be the guy who gets called when things get serious. Be the one who knows how to fix a problem, not the one who causes more of them. If you disappeared today, would the people around you feel the loss or the relief? Your value determines the answer. Rule number 10. Never forget who you're becoming. Most men live in loops. Same habits, same pain, same excuses. You want to break the cycle? Then stop identifying with your past. You're not your failures. You're not your doubts. You're not your mistakes. You are what you do next. Live for the man you're building, not the boy you used to be. Every day is a vote for who you become. Choose wisely, because every small decision echoes. Every skipped workout, every late night scroll, every lie you tell yourself. They add up, and eventually, they decide who you are. So decide right now who you're going to be, and back it up with action. These rules aren't trends. They're not motivational fluff. They're reality. And if you follow them, not once, not sometimes, but daily, you'll start to notice something. People listen when you speak. Girls look twice. Men shake your hand with respect. Not because you asked for it, but because you became someone worth respecting. You won't need to demand respect. You'll radiate it. You've got the rules. Good. But here's the problem. Most guys hear truth once, nod their heads, and go right back to doing nothing with it. Why? Because they think knowing is the same as changing. It's not. If hearing rules was enough, you'd be unstoppable already. But knowing the rules doesn't make you a man of respect. Living them does. And that's where 99% fail. See, real change isn't sexy. It's not aesthetic. It's brutal. It's lonely. It's a war against everything soft inside you. And if you're still chasing shortcuts, still asking, how fast can I fix it, instead of, how deeply can I commit, you're not ready. You don't need more information. You need transformation. And that starts with action, not more scrolling. Let's break it down. You say you want to be respected, but what does that actually mean to you? Respect isn't people liking you. It's not followers, claps, compliments. Real respect is earned in silence and proven in adversity. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room. It's whether or not they trust you under pressure, listen when you speak, and take you seriously without needing to be told. And that kind of respect, it doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from doing hard things consistently. Most men will never taste that respect. Why? Because they fold the moment it gets uncomfortable. They train for 2 weeks, don't see abs, and quit. They try discipline for a month, miss a day, and spiral back into chaos. They think masculinity is just a mindset, when really it's a practice. Every day, every decision, no breaks, no audience, just you, the mirror, and the man you're building. And here's the bitter truth. You're being watched whether you like it or not. People are clocking your habits, your patterns, your presence, and girls notice the little things. Not just your look, but how you carry yourself. Do you hesitate? Do you stutter when challenged? Do you flinch when tested? Do your eyes look like a man with direction? Or a boy, still hoping someone else tells him what to do? Same goes for other men. Respect among men is primal, instinctual. You don't need to speak a word. Real ones feel your energy. They know if you're solid or soft, if you lead or follow, if you build or just copy. So ask yourself, what are you really projecting? What story does your lifestyle tell before your mouth opens? Let me guess. You think people just don't get you. You think your time will come later, that you're just a late bloomer. Nah, that's cope. That's a fantasy you built so you don't have to take responsibility today. But here's the deal. Later is built right now. There is no perfect season, no divine timing, only choices stacked daily until one day you wake up and either love who you've become or hate the man who wasted it all. Want respect? Then start showing up even when it sucks, especially when it sucks. Get up early when you're tired. Keep your word when no one's checking. Hit the gym when it's raining. Speak up when your voice shakes. Tell the truth when it costs you. That's where respect is forged. Not when it's convenient, and when it's difficult. Let me repeat that. Live by your rules whether she's there or not. Respect starts alone. In your room, at 5 a.m., in your journal, at the gym. During those moments where no one's clapping, you want public respect? Then dominate private discipline. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up again and again and again until it becomes who you are. But maybe you're thinking, yeah, man, that's too much. That's exhausting. Good. It should be. Because this life isn't for everyone. Being respected isn't a birthright. It's a reward for the ones who earn it with blood, sweat, and silence. You want comfort? Stay average. Blend in. Post memes. Chase dopamine. Wait for life to hand you something. You'll be surrounded by people who think just like you. Broke, bored, bitter. But if you're done with that, if you're ready to level up for real, then you need to suffer differently. Stop suffering from regret, from weakness, from missed chances. Start suffering in the gym, in the grind, in the early mornings. Because either way, there will be pain. The question is, will it be the pain of discipline or the pain of being disrespected by everyone, including yourself? Here's the final truth. You don't get what you want. You get what you tolerate. So stop tolerating weakness. Stop tolerating delay. Stop tolerating your own lies. Because one day you're going to look in the mirror, and that reflection will ask you, why didn't you do more when you still had time? And you better have an answer. So now that you've read both parts, what's next? Another scroll or a decision? Because this is the moment. You either become the man your future demands or stay the boy your past created. Your choice. So now you've got the blueprint, the mindset, the fire. But let's be honest, most guys will still do nothing. They'll nod, feel the hit, maybe repost a quote, and then go back to the same habits, the same softness, the same fake confidence that dies the moment life punches them in the face. Why? Because change doesn't happen at the level of motivation. It happens at the level of identity. And if deep down you still see yourself as not that guy, as average, as someone who just tries his best, then you will always default to weakness the moment things get hard. That's why men fail. Not because they lack ability, but because they never decide to kill the weak version of themselves. This final part, it's not more rules, it's the warning and the challenge. Let's start with the warning. You are running out of time. Not in a doom post way, not as clickbait, in a real, sobering, honest way. You think you've got years to figure it out? You don't. Look around. The world is changing fast. Masculinity is under attack. Weakness is being celebrated. Men are being told to be softer, quieter, more passive. And they're listening. They're numbing out with comfort, porn, junk food, fake dopamine, and blaming the system for their laziness. But you know what's on the other side? Peace, power, purpose, and yes, respect. Not the kind you ask for, the kind you command. It's in your walk, your eyes, your reputation. It's what people say about you when you're not around. That guy? He's serious. That guy? You don't cross him. That guy? He said he'd do it, and he did. You'll start to notice it. The nods from other men, the way girls listen when you talk, the shift in how you carry yourself. You'll stop seeking approval and start being the standard. You'll move through the world like a weapon, calm, sharp, and impossible to ignore. And it won't be because you're perfect. It'll be because you live by something most men never dare to, a code. That's what these rules are. They're not just habits. They're not tips. They're a foundation, a frame, a reason to wake up when you don't want to, a reason to shut up and work, a reason to say no to the distractions, the drama, the weak voices pulling you back. They are the shield that keeps you from becoming soft, the sword that carves a path through mediocrity, the compass that points toward the man you're still becoming. So don't let this be just another video, another hit of hype. You already know what happens if you do nothing. Same loop, same guilt, same voice in your head whispering, you could have been so much more. This is your chance to break that loop, to become someone they can't ignore, someone your future self thanks you for, someone worth respecting. Even when no one's watching, make the decision.